Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This video, we're going to be ranking the Degrassi girls. So, I was thinking about doing 4 parts or doing one whole video. And you know what? We could just do all of these at once. Let's just go ahead and get started. So, my categories are my day one, we'd be friends. I guess you cool, and on site, because obviously so. First up is Alex. For Alex, I would say, I guess you cool. Because at first, when she's introduced, she is not the nicest person. She's not really a good influence either. She just hangs out with Jay, so she's not like a bad person per se, but she's also not a good person. Later on, when Paige and her interact when it comes to Paige working at the movie theater, they become cool friends, and obviously they become lovers, and then exes, and it's complicated. But I guess she's cool. I wouldn't have any beef with her necessarily. If she didn't have any beef with me, we'd be fine. It'd be chill. Alli, we'd be friends. Alli would not be my day one, just purely because when I'm going back to my Alli and Claire versus Manny and Emma video, Alli, girl, and you got a lot of nerve to be mad at Claire over one thing, over all the shit that you have done. Just be honest. And I know that's because purely of how the producers and everyone on the team produced the show, how they filmed it, because they clearly just made Jenna immediately Alli's friend and cut Claire out of the picture for some unknown reason. I don't know what the hell happened, but the way that they maneuvered that and put Jenna as Alli's friend, it makes Alli look like a fake person to me. It makes Alli look like a bad person. And I feel like Alli's not a bad person, but that image of how they portrayed that friend flip was very irresponsible. So I just put her as friends because it was just irresponsibly held, and it made kind of Alli look a little wishy-washy for a minute there. Jumping to Anya. I feel like Anya and I would be cool because she was just a nice person. Holly J was the only reason why Holly J felt any type of insecurity, really, when it comes to making friends, because besides Holly J being a complete bitch to her, she was friends with Riley. She was cool with Zane. She was just a regular person who wanted to make friends. She found her joy in LARPing. She became friends with Leia. She's just a cool person. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with Anya. She just needed some self-direction on her own, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. We be cool. Next up is, oh Lord. Why am I blanking on this girl's name? Ashley Kerwin, on site. Ashley Kerwin is not a good person. She's not a good friend. She always talked down to Terry as if she was above Terry just for having a freaking boyfriend, which, girl, that don't mean nothing, to be quite honest. But whatever. She got her feelings when Jimmy, I was about to say Drake, when Jimmy hopped on the track, and I get it, because all of a sudden Jimmy is now interested in rapping, which was a little bit out of pocket to me. I don't know how we got here, but I guess we got here. But at least communicate that and been well, this was my song, and I don't feel comfortable with having you on my track. But she felt so insecure, she just cut him off the thing and didn't even talk about it. She is terrible at communication when it comes to anybody and everybody. So, you know what? We're just gonna leave each other alone. I swear, if she look at me a funny way, I'ma jump, because Ashley is just that type of person. Next up is Becky. At the beginning, I would say Becky on site, but in the end, I guess you could, just simply because, she dated Adam, and Adam is literally one of the best guys on the show, to be quite honest. But other than that, nothing about Becky really gives me we be friends vibe, because different religious beliefs, I don't think we vibe. I don't think we would vibe together like that. But she okay, I guess. Next up is Bianca. Bianca, on site. I don't like Bianca. I never will like Bianca. You can never convince me to like Bianca. Did she have somewhat of a redemption arc? Yes. Was it good? No. I just don't like Bianca. I don't like her as a character whatsoever. And yeah, we couldn't be around each other, because I swear, if I had a boyfriend in high school, in this whole situation, like if I was Alli, I would have curb stomped her immediately. I would not have forgiven Drew. I would have curb stomped her ass. Like, there would be no taking back Drew, because Drew would get slapped in the face too. Like, everybody can get it, okay? Everybody's gonna get these hands ready to eat for everybody. But Bianca, trash person, always will be. Shantae, you know what? Shantae and I would be my day. Shantae would be my day one. Purely because she is a gossip queen, but she's not the one to put her friends like on blast type of thing. Like, she knows how to keep it cute, keep it cordial, but she will like spark conversation on her blog. And as a writer myself, I would love a friend like that, someone who I could talk to about like certain things and just like be able to gossip a little bit, but not like, you know, shit talk, but like gossip, like, ooh, like, you see how that happened? How will we like handle that situation? Let's talk about it type of thing. Like, she would be the girl that I would kiki with every day, all day, on the phone for like hours on end. Claire, we'd be friends. We wouldn't be day ones, but Claire would be a good friend. To me, I feel like Claire is a pretty decent friend. She's not a terrible friend. Like, obviously, the situation with Alli, Jake, and how she handled it was not good whatsoever, because she still wasn't interested in Eli, too. Like, let's not play around here. Like, Claire, you still wanted Eli. You still had some type of emotional tie to him. And I get it, because y'all were, like, the great loves or whatever. It was, like, they were together for, like, what, 3 or 4 months, something like that. And in high school, that means a lot. So I get it, but we wouldn't be, like, she wouldn't be my day one, but she would be, like, a cool friend. Next up we have is Darcy. I mean, I guess she's cool. Same thing as Becky, religious. We just wouldn't click. We wouldn't be running in the same group, to be quite honest, okay? Because I did not run in Friendship Club. Friendship Club would hate me, just to be quite honest, okay? Ellie. See, like how I said in my video about Craig and Ellie, the way they wrote Ellie was very irresponsible, which if she was written in a different way, we'd be friends, but I would put her in, I mean, I guess you could, just purely because of how her behavior was towards Craig and how up his ass she was. Like, I wouldn't want a friend like that, to be quite honest. Someone who literally will take the word of anybody else over a guy who's clearly A, mentally unstable, and B, completely emotionally unavailable. Like, girl, let's not do that pick me behavior. Emma, on site, don't like her. Like I said in my video, I think it was my Emma, Manny, Alli, and Claire video. Emma is completely disrespectful to everybody around her. She talked to her mama like shit. She talked to Snape like shit. She talked to all the grown-ups like trash. When Sean's brother literally just gave his own opinion, she's like, your opinion's wrong. I'm like, ooh, girl, you got a mouth and an attitude on you. You can keep that far away from me. And the fact that you got with your best friend's abuser, essentially, because Peter leaked the photos of Manny all over the school. You mean to tell me you still want that? On site. Esme, on site. Don't like her. Don't even. Actually, you know what? I mean, I guess you cool. Just purely because I just wouldn't fuck with her. We wouldn't run in the same circles. We wouldn't be friends. Like, we wouldn't be cool whatsoever. But the thing is, how they portrayed her in the next class, they say like, oh, she's easy Esme. We only ever saw her hook up with Miles. So it's like, we didn't get it as fleshed out as we would have gotten it if it was through Degrassi or Degrassi Next Generation or anything like that. But the fact that it was straight to Netflix, you're cutting a lot of character development or seeing just how a character acts and behaves, like the little pieces of it and building up to that moment, because Esme's build-up was like non-existent, to be quite honest to me. Like, she messed around with Miles and then she immediately gets with Zig, and I'm just like, I'm so confused. And then when she finally hits her mental breaking point, I'm just like, okay. I mean, like, she is unstable, but I'm just so confused on how fast this has all progressed for these characters. The only character I feel like they did the best plot line with, because they had the most time with, was Maya. Everyone else, what they were dealt with so sloppily that I can't really connect with anyone in next class, to be quite honest. Fiona Coyne, we be day one, okay? Fiona is a very loyal friend. She did have her moment when she was, being an alcoholic and being like self-centered, but the girl, she fixed it and she got herself together like real quick after Holly J was like, girl, you being selfish, you need to go, I don't need that behavior around me. She fixed that shit up real quick and she got herself checked in and figured her shit out. But she's always been a good friend. She was friends with Riley when Riley was obviously gay. That's still so funny to me how like the two gay characters were trying to date each other or pretending to date each other. And the fact that she was willing to be Riley's beard just for a while, just for Riley to feel comfortable in himself. And the fact that he literally like lashed out at her, wild. Iconic. It's funny, but it's so out of pocket because she was just trying to be an understanding person. Okay, her family in general, Fiona's family, I feel like they would just be really cool people to be in connection with, not just like through connections, but just like having her family around because, well, not Declan, her mom, essentially her mom. Her mom is really cool. She's very accepting, very loving, and she tries her freaking best. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely have Fiona in my life. She'll be my day one. Next up we have is Frankie Hollingsworth. This one's a little bit complicated. I think I'm probably going to put her in on site. Purely because of how she handled the whole situation with, I forget the name of the school every single time. I'm about to say Lincoln Tech, and I know it's not Lincoln Tech, but that's what we're going to go with. How she handled that situation and putting Shay in charge of talking to the leader, teammate person for the other team. And then she went over here trying to be like, I'm not a bad person, right? I'm like, ooh, girl, those white women tears got on my nerves. It would have to be on site. Like, don't even speak to me. Next up is Goldie. I guess she's cool. Like I said, they really didn't get too much on these characters in next class. She came around to accepting Rasha and Zoe being together despite her religious beliefs. She dates Winston, which is always a plus. But, I mean, I guess she's okay. I didn't really care too much for her as a character. Same thing with Grace. Like, she was okay, I guess. I mean, we just didn't see much. Like, the fact that it was only it was 3 seasons. And even then, with the first season, it was just, like, it just wasn't handled properly with all the characters. I'm just, like... I feel like the ending of the show is very much just like, oh, so this is what it feels like to have, like, one of your favorite shows on Netflix get canceled. And it's not even, like, the fact that it's canceled because it was canceled. It's the fact that you immediately, like, at the beginning, you see, like, potential in the show. You see, like, where it's going to go. And then all of a sudden it's over and you're just sitting there like, I'm so confused. So, okay. Do I just leave it here? Like, do I try to dive any further into it? I don't know. It's just complicated. Hazel would be my day one because she was a loyal friend, even when Paige didn't deserve it. Just simply that, and she's just a real loyal person. She's a day one. Okay, she stuck with Jimmy through his shooting and everything, and then when he got that little ugly crush on Ellie. Immediately she said, you know what, fuck you. She didn't say that, but that was the vibe. Next up is Holly J. Holly J and I would be friends. We wouldn't be day ones, but she'd be cool to have in your corner. She is the mean girl to nice girl. Not really nice, but like from the way she was before to how she ends up being. It's a good transformation. I believe it was someone. I believe it was in one of my videos. Someone commented that Holly J changed, her character development had changed, because of how she treated other people. But she actually took that within herself and developed in a different way versus like feeling as if she was a victim all the time or resorting back to how she treated other people. Like there was a true character arc when it comes to Holly J. I feel like we'd be friends. Next up is Imogen. Imogen and I... I think I put Imogen as my day one. And yes, at the beginning, Imogen was she was weirdly introduced. Like I mentioned before, I don't know if it was during the time period where having a stalker character was popular in shows or was at least semi represented. But putting that aside, I feel like Imogen would be a really good day one. Like, she's very peppy, she's outgoing, she'll keep you on your toes, okay? But she was always gonna be that person to be like your personal cheerleader. Like, she's gonna cheer you on. That's someone good to have in your corner. Jane, on site. I don't like Jane. See, the fact that Jane went through what she went through, not good whatsoever. Her daddy is nasty for that. But as a person, I don't like Jane as a character. I just don't. Like, girl, you cheated on Spinner, one of the best redeemed characters of Degrassi The Next Generation. For that? By that, I mean Declan. I'm just calling them that. For that? For what? For what? For what? What for? What for? What for? Like, I don't understand the reason behind that. Declan was not a good person. He will never be a good person. So the fact that you chose that makes me question your taste in men. Like, Spinner was your best taste. This girl, I don't know what was going on. And then you went to Hollywood and all of a sudden you're part of a band now. I didn't like that storyline. I thought that was so stupid, unnecessary to give her like a band again and put her in the spotlight. I was like, she is one of the most, she is a character that I really don't like, and I don't need her to have any screen time anymore. She don't need to be in a band. She don't need to be on stage. Okay, just leave her in the background. I do not care for Jane whatsoever. Goodbye. Jenna, on site. Y'all know how I feel about Jenna. I don't need to go any further. If you want to know, you're going to need to check out my other videos, because how I feel about Jenna is is bad, okay? Real bad. Also, she can't sing anyway, okay? She is just shouting. Leave me alone. Get far away from me. Katie. Katie and I... you know what? We'd be friends. She had a little mishap, you know, her little cocaine incident, sleeping with the man to get some money back or whatever. Like, you know, y'all do stupid stuff. But as a person, Katie was always like a good friend to Marisol, which, by the way, do I have Marisol? I do have Marisol. Okay. She was a good friend to Marisol even after Marisol said what she said about Katie having an eating disorder. And she still stayed friends with her. Like Drew said, just like, you can be friends with her. I'm not going to be around her, okay? Katie was a real one for that, because I could never. I just say we be friends because of purely that. Because, girl, you clearly don't value yourself the way you think you value yourself. Because ain't no way you going to let your own best friend put your business on blast and still be cool with her? Absolutely not. We got to reevaluate, okay? We got to fix some stuff. Leia and I would be friends. Leia just wanted some friends, okay? She didn't get no storylines besides being a liar, Leia. She just needed some friends, okay? And she found a friend in Anya, and they were cool. So, of course, they'd be in the same category. Next up is Liberty. Liberty is my day one, okay? Liberty is very much a character, how everyone describes her as just like being like very like kind of stuck up, maybe a little uppity, and that's my girl. Like, she would be my day one, because Liberty's family, they have high expectations. She has high expectations, so she's gonna be a friend that's gonna hold you accountable for what you're doing. She's gonna be like, girl, really, that's what you're doing? It's gonna be a little bit judgment, and I ain't mad at that, because I'm an INFJ. That J is for judging, because I judge too harshly. So I get it. But she's also just someone who is extremely confident in herself and has always been. So if you ever felt like you weren't confident in yourself or in anything, she's going to be like, girl, shut up and do what you're supposed to do, because you know you got this. Lola, I feel like Lola and I would be friends. She wouldn't be a day one, but like going back to my video about how people change, I put Lola on the list because Lola did grow. I feel like she was the best development of Next Class that was introduced. I'm counting Maya as part of like the end of Degrassi more than tying her to Next Class, purely because that's where she got her start. Lola got her start like season 14, but Maya got her start earlier. So I'm counting Lola more towards next class than Maya, just from that. But Lola, she had a pretty good development. She actually just wants to make some good friends, have some good connections, because her friend group, like I said in that video, they just didn't know how to be friends with each other. Period, point blank. Like, it felt like very much how sometimes you have those friends that you had since childhood and you're still friends with them, but then you think to yourself, like, why are we still friends? And not even to say like they're bad people, but it's just like, it just doesn't click anymore. It, like, the feelings of it fade, and that's fine. Moving on to Manny. Manny's day one, because she stood by Emma's side even when Emma didn't deserve it, and Emma didn't deserve it 99% of the time. Just saying. Marisol on site, because ain't no way you would be my friend and you spreading my secrets like that in public because you mad that I got the guy that you want. Trifling behavior. Maya, we'd be friends. I put her in we'd be friends because, girl, same. Both depressed, a lot of mental health issues going on. I get it. She wouldn't be my day one necessarily, but she would be a good friend to have in your corner because she is someone who will look out for you. Sometimes, obviously, I'm not saying how Maya reacted to Miles' situation or anything like that was good. She was just going off of a lot of anxiety, a lot of loss, so PTSD. So we got that tied up in there. And she really just needed to get therapy. She should have gotten therapy a long time ago, but we didn't see that. We didn't hear her mom talk about it or anything like that. But I feel like for Maya as a character, she would just be a good friend to have because she actually is just a cool person who just wants to make music and connect with people who like music, connect with people who actually genuinely want to be her friend, which I appreciate. Mia, I guess she cool. I mean, you're a model, but ain't nothing to you. Ain't no substance. You a teen mom. Like, that's it. Like, nothing about Mia gives, like, she would be my friend or she would be my day one. Like, she was just there. Paige, we be friends. Roughly around the same of how I feel about Liberty, but Paige is a little bit more meaner with her delivery. But she'd be a good friend to have because then she would take no bullshit for you when it comes to you. So if anybody talked bad about you, she'd be like, oh. And she'll talk so bad about them, being like, oh, you're the one to talk, okay? You're the last one to be talking. I feel like she's just a good person to have in your corner. You ain't got to be best friends with her, but she cool to at least have support from her. Rasha, I mean, I guess she's cool. Like I said, nothing there really. Same with Shay. Nothing there. Terry would be my day one because, first of all, girl, in the episode where they were doing when they became Paige, Michael, Chuck, and the Sex Kittens. So when Ashley was playing the piano and Terry was at the computer looking up tarot cards, I said, that's my girl, okay? I love me some spirituality. I love a girl I can talk to about weird, like, just different stuff like that. It doesn't have to be, like, the same, like, regular topic of, like, boys, school, or, like, TV shows or whatever. Someone who will actually have deep, meaningful conversations of, like, oh, what do you believe? Like, what made you believe in that? Like, what do you connect with type of thing? I love someone who I can talk to about, like, that kind of stuff. And I feel like Terry would be a really good person to have. She's also just a very nurturing person. How she was talking to Craig about his loss and really understood why he felt angry. And he felt sadness when it came to losing his dad because there was a lot of trauma with that. And even though Terry didn't experience abuse from her mother like Craig did, she did understand the level of anger because when Terry lost her mom, she was young. And she just didn't understand why they couldn't go to, like, the park or whatever. Like, she felt anger in a different way. And she was younger. But she does understand what that feeling is like. So, Terry would definitely be my day one. Next up is Tori. I guess she's cool. Nothing about her, really. To be quite honest. And Zoe's on site. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Terrible person. Can never be redeemed. Well, that's all I have for this video. If you like this video, be sure to like it. Comment below what you would rank some of these Degrassi girls in your version of this ranking system. And until next time, stay magical. Bye.